What's going on, folks? Skullbone here. Today we are talking about and unpacking the new Elgato Facecam. Now, to start off, I am not sponsored by this product and I'm not an expert on cameras. However, I do have enough knowledge to be dangerous and to give a layman's point of view on what I think about this. Now, just a few quick things about this product before we break into it. It is priced at about $200 and is set to be the industry leader for plug-and-play webcams. The closest competitor to that being is the Logitech StreamCam, which is now priced at about $150 last I checked. Now, with this being one of the newest cameras on the market, I think there are two things worth mentioning with this product. One, Elgato has done a very good job at providing software with some of its products that give these things a little bit more versatility than its competitors do. Second thing being, this particular camera has a flash drive actually built into it, so you can save those settings directly onto the camera, which means you plug it into your computer, you can take it out and move it somewhere else onto another device, and it saves those settings the way you have them. But aside from that, it's pretty much everything you would expect from a standard webcam. 1080p HD, 60 frames per second, plug and play, easy peasy. I will say, however, there are two things with this camera that you should be aware of, and they might be deal breakers depending on what you're looking for. I don't consider these necessarily negatives, but things you just need to know about. One, this camera doesn't have a microphone built into it. I personally don't see that as a big a deal because a lot of cameras, these microphones built into them aren't that high of quality anyway. And if you do content creation or streaming, you need good sound quality, and for that to happen, you have to have a separate mic anyway. I use this bad boy for example. And if you actually care about sound quality, you're not going to be relying on camera microphones anyway. Two, they set this up to be a true webcam in the sense that it has a set focus range of about 1 to 4 feet, making it ideal for this setting right here. Why is that important? Well, it's supposed to make a better quality image for anything set within that range. However, if you are looking for a situation to where you're wanting to record a room that's outside of that 4-foot range, or you want to do some kind of demonstration, this camera is not going to be ideal for that. And lastly, before we break this thing open, why did I get this camera? Well, I mainly wanted to replace the camera I'm recording this video with right now, which is my iPhone 10. This has been a very good camera so far. The only problem is, I don't have my phone when I'm making videos, and when I'm streaming, that gets interrupted if somebody tries to call me. Bottom line, I just prefer to have my phone. And if you're looking for a super cheap option other than buying a $200 Facecam, I would recommend this $10 app called ivCam. I'll put the link to that in the description below. Also, before I hook this up, I want to show you a side-by-side comparison with a cheap 30 frame per second camera. But we're not comparing this to a cheap camera. We're comparing this from a good camera to another good camera. So with that, let's break this thing open. So I just want to show this one more time up close in case you want to take a quick shot and see what I'm looking at here. All right, what we got? Looks like we got a quick start guide. Quick basic instructions to throw it together. Like we got, but this is the cable. It is. This piece. Always like to see how long the cables are. I think that is an important feature. Length of my wingspan here, that's about 6.5 feet in length. Now just to take this little part out. Pretty light, but it doesn't feel cheap. Angles pretty well, twist both ways. Not so loose that it gonna move easily. It's gonna set and stay in place, but you have it up the way you want it. Lens cap cover. I'll try it off. That's the camera up close. Got a little bit of a mount here that sits right on top of your computer. Like I said, it is nice and light, so it'll probably do well on a laptop as well. Got a little bit of padding in the bottom as well, so it'll protect your product, whatever you're sitting at on. Alright, let's get it hooked up and see what we have side by side. Oh, and one other quick thing. This does come off, so there is a mounting option. Alright, we got it hooked up. See what it looks like. Now to be fair, the camera didn't exactly look like this right when I plugged it up. I actually had to play around with some of the settings and the software it came with. So this is the software platform that it comes with. It has a preview which is in the background behind this image, and I'm not using it right now because the device is actually being used by my OBS, which is recording this video right now. But on the left hand side you have some features. It's really, I find it pretty intuitive. You just turn around and play with some of these buttons. You can also look it up on some videos on some good settings, but I just came in here and tinkered with it back and forth, like this white balance. I used these doors right here, for example, are solid whites. I sort of use that as a metric to sort of get that just right. If I click that up and down, but found a good balance with 4600. Just using that as an example, but I tinkered with it, got it the way I liked it, and we were pretty good to go from there. So just to wrap this up, is the camera worth the $200 price tag? I think it is, given the technology behind it. It's just as good as the iPhone camera, which is, iPhones are not cheap, and the cameras are very good. So good, in fact, they've pretty much ruined the camera industry. That's beside the point. I gave you that as an option for $10 to use that. However, if you want to replace that and have your phone on hand, this is a good option for you. That does it for me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it helped you out make a decision. If so, hit the like button and comment. Tell me what you think. See you in the next one.
From this other squad that was back here.
Objective updated.
Oh, somebody got shot. Ooh.
Hostiles dropping into the area. Watch the
Oh,
skies.
where's it at? Oh,
Found him. I sniped
did he land on it? Oh, he landed on the helicopter.
There's another one here.
Yeah, he just looked at me.